my name is Marrisa Moore. I am a senior psychology major and I have a minor in communication studies. So when I had applied to Kutztown, or when I had applied to college in general, I knew that I wanted to come in for psychology. I knew that I wanted to go into clinical counseling, and Kutztown's psychology program just seemed like a really good fit for me. I had a lot of opportunities to go in kind of a multitude of directions. It wasn't like a lot of other programs that kind of just push you just to either like go into clinical or just IO or anything. You had a lot of options. Um, I got to take, I think my first class besides general psychology was lifespan development, which I found really interesting. And then once I kind of figured out that counseling was the way that I wanted to go, I was able to structure my courses accordingly. So then I took abnormal psychology. I was able to take clinical psychology, psychology of personality. So those classes kind of geared me up towards going to grad school and going into counseling then. So I came in as a freshman in the honors program in the fall of 2021, and I have made some of my closest friends to this day just through honors. I wasn't somebody who made friends really easily in class. I was just kind of there to do my thing. I would come to class and then, kind of leave. But we got to move in early with the honors program, which was really nice. And then we had our own kind of orientation with the honors students there. And that was where I met, my best friend, Aiden, who's he's an IT major. I probably never would have even gotten to interact with him at all had it not been for the honors program, because we're not in the same department. We have very, very different interests, very different classes. Um, so just the connections, I think, and and also the honors program kind of nudged me in the ways of research, because we are required to do a senior capstone project for to graduate with the honors program. And when I came to college, I told myself that I never wanted to do research, that was not something that I needed to do as a counselor. It was not something that I was good at. It was not something I was interested in. I can't, I won't. And I just kind of like pushed it to the side. And then I read like you have to do a senior thesis to graduate. And then, you kind of have to kind of put your ego aside. Oh, I have to do this. Then I took experimental. I realized that I could do it. And then I did something that I never expected, which was I pursued research on my own. And I ended up getting to go to the Northeast Regional Honors Conference in Pittsburgh in the spring of 2023. I believe I went with honors, and I presented my research on the antidepressant crisis that has been going on throughout our country and throughout the world. I had great feedback from that presentation, and I thought, like, wow, that was really cool. I want to do that again. So then when I started my senior thesis on the mental health of the student athlete population here, I went to my second regional conference in Albany, New York. So getting to present out of state was a really cool experience. I did another panel presentation, and then I submitted an application to present my research again at the National Collegiate Honors Council in Kansas City, Missouri. And I just got back from that conference just this past weekend. And it was a competition conference, and just getting to present my research that I did with my advisor's help, but ultimately that I did and like was self-directed at a competitive level, was just an amazing experience that I never would have pursued if it weren't for honors. And just being able to know that I will walk away with something tangible that I can be proud of, that is my own, like that is my research, will it sets me apart from candidates for jobs, for internships, for graduate programs. So I'm thankful for this experience and what it's been.